Hey, welcome to episode number 9 of the Sri Vishwanath show. In this video, we'll speak about a very secret tool used by ancient sages to get the maximum benefit from the meditation. This is a very powerful secret you might not have heard of for sure.
You ask questions and I answer them. This is the Ask Sri Vishwanath show.
Alright, so today's question is from Paul from New York, and Paul says, I have been meditating for a decade now, but I'm not able to carry that peace experience during meditation to my waking hours and to my workplace. So the moment I finish my meditation, my mind pops up and I get disconnected from my consciousness and I feel everything is like a waste. So Paul, this is a great question, and I want to thank you because this is a question which I think most of the beginners as well as the advanced people they face. And so today we will speak about something very interesting. This concept is called chewing the cud, and it was introduced by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, who was the guru of Swami Vivekananda and was a great person. So the first thing here is, he said that we should have a goal, and the goal is to draw the butter from the milk. Okay, so milk, like when you put it into water, it gets diluted, right? You can't like separate the milk from the water. But when it becomes butter, it can like float in water. So you always told people to extract butter from the milk, to extract the right amount of consciousness so that you could carry it throughout your day to other places, to extract butter from the milk. That's the goal, okay? Because butter floats in water. So that's the goal, to get butter from the milk. So what's the first step to do that? We have to get the milk, right? We have to get the milk. The second step is we have to set it to curd, right? And to set it to curd, we have to put it in a, quiet place, right? Even if it gets disturbed a little bit, it will get into problems. So we have to get the milk, set it to curd, and then churn the curd, right? So these are the 3 steps. And so what Ramakrishna said was getting the milk. So Paul, you got the milk. Milk is nothing but a knowledge. So you knew that through meditation you can get in touch with your consciousness. You got the milk. That's very wonderful. I want to congratulate you. That's step number 1. Get the milk, meaning get the knowledge and go and implement it. Okay? And you set it on curd. Now this, you did it partially. Okay? You practiced your meditation and you set it on curd. You went to a quiet place and you got the experience. But setting it on curd means you got to put it in a quiet place. See, meditation, Ramakrishna said, and all the great other people as well as Krishna said, you shouldn't differentiate between your meditation hours and your working and other types of things where you are like in the midst of the world, where you're like literally not sitting. So meditation is not just about sitting in a pose. You got to carry, meditation is like, it should be 24/7, like your heart beating. So I want you to change the definition of meditation to not just say like, okay, I'm going to eat food at this time, or I'm going to meditate at this time. That's fine. You got to have allocated hours so that the power comes up. But you got to look at meditation as a 24/7, 365 days experience. Because the moment you meditate, the moment you even think of meditation during your working hours and your waking hours, you would be very good. And the way to do that is, I have in the book, The Lens of Krishna, I've given a very simple example. So when you meditate, you're like focused, there's no one around, no disturbance, so you go inwards and you do whatever you want to ensure that you get in touch with the conscious. Now during waking hours, it's like your eyes are open, you're doing many things. And so the easiest way to do that, and I think you should download the report, The Lens of Krishna. It's available for free. It's my best work of 15 years. There, I've given a very simple example where you can think of 3 pictures. Okay, very important. During your waking hours, think of 3 pictures. At the moment you think, it will remind you of meditation or getting back to consciousness. So it could be pictures of God or pictures of nature or pictures of symbol like Om, Christ, the cross symbol or whatever it is. So any picture of gods, any picture of the symbols, any picture of nature, which will remember. So 3, 1, 2, 3. So my 3 pictures are Krishna, Ram Krishna, Vivekananda, Sharada. I have more than 3, but 3 is enough. So these 3, it takes less than 3 seconds. And if you could do this 3-second meditation during your waking hours for 8 to 10 times during the day, that is fine. Even if you do it for once, it has the power to keep you, for 30 minutes or 1 hour. So if you do it for 8 times, 8 into 3 is just 24 seconds. So you just got to visualize the 3 pictures. Picture 1, 2, 3. And the way you do that is the way you do your meditation. You go in the morning, you sit for meditation, right? You set it to curd. So you got to set it to curd even during the normal times. This is what does the role, okay? Just visualize the 3 pictures. And Ramakrishna said, when you think of heat, you think of fire. So fire is the gross form, heat is the quality, right? When you think of milk, it's whiteness. When you think of snake, it's the wriggling thing, right? So there is a quality and then there's a gross object, right? So this thing called meditation is subtle. So to bring it to gross, we got to visualize it during our morning, during our waking hours. And so you set 3 pictures. It should be very simple to implement. So you could be driving the car and you could imagine these 3 pictures. These are 3 pictures because the moment you think, moment you visualize, not think, the moment you visualize, you're like connected back to the meditation. So what are the 3 pictures? Put it down. Picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3. That's it. 3-second meditation during waking hours. Okay, that will set you free. And that will ensure that the setting to curd is an ongoing process, because I want you to look at meditation as 24/7, 365. So if you set it to curd during waking hours, these 3 seconds for 8 to 10 times, you will be doing the second thing right. Alright? And the third thing is churning the curd. So what is churning the curd? Now this is very interesting. And so Ramakrishna came up with this thing called chewing the cud. So what he said was, he gave the example of, let's say, an elephant, okay? Like if you have visited South India, Guruvayur and all, there they give bath to the elephants. It's very wonderful. There are about 8 people brushing the hands, the legs of this giant elephant. Because it gets dirty, and I think they do it once a month. And then after it is given bath, if it goes directly to the stable, where it has a stable sort of thing, then it is clean and neat. Okay, but if you set it out again into the water, into the dust, it will get itself dusty, and it will, all the benefits, all the good things about bathing will get lost. So Ramakrishna says, after you meditate, go to the stable. Don't get yourself dirty by immediately mixing with the world, by immediately getting into the world. So the moment you get up, don't pick up the cell phone. The moment you get up, don't start talking. Many times I used to get angry. And so I didn't understand that this chewing the curd is like, we don't allow the butter, we'll never get the butter from the milk. To set it to curd, it should not be disturbed. Okay? So Ramakrishna said, just as the elephant is taken to the stable, and if it is not, it will get itself dirty. After you get up, don't immediately enter into the world. Okay? Take your time off. You got to get the butter from the milk. You have done the first thing, getting the milk, the knowledge, and practicing it. You got to set it into curd, which we have spoken of, a powerful tip during waking hours. You also get to churn the curd. You see, you should have confidence in meditation. You should know that it will take you to the goal. That is the most powerful thing. So churning the curd is very important. After you get up, don't immediately start talking about the worldly things. Keep quiet, and if people try to open your mouth, just say, see, I'm chanting a mantra or something like that, and you try to avoid all the things. This is very important. Many people get angry. I used to get angry, and so Ramakrishna said all the benefits of the bathing, look at meditation as bathing of the soul. All the bathing will be of no use, because soon it will be all dust. So if we get angry within 5 minutes, it's like, we are not going to get the butter from the milk. So this first step is a waste. The second step is a waste. And we never do the third step. and we don't get the butter from the milk. Once we get the butter from the milk, we can enjoy the consciousness. So he gave an example, Ramakrishna, of like, a person visited the holy place, and he came to him and he said, I visited the holy place in India. And he said, so where did you go after that? He said, I went to my mother-in-law's place and we had a good time. And Ramakrishna called him, you rascal, get out of this place. He said, after you do a great thing like visiting a holy place, which is nothing but meditation, you got to chew the cud, which means churn the curd and allow it to become the butter. He said, you should never get into worldly things after doing such a good thing. You should allow the milk to set into curd. You should keep it in a silent place. You should not disturb the frequency much because you have done the hard work. So there should be silence inside during your waking hours, and that is done when you set it to curd and churn the curd. So don't get involved in worldly things after doing a very wonderful thing like meditation. Take about 10-15 minutes off, or at least 30 minutes. If you have visited some holy place or something, don't immediately get and put mud into you just like an elephant puts, the mud. Now this is very important. So these are the simple ways so the goal, as I said, is getting the butter from the milk. Once you get the butter from the milk, you can enjoy both during your meditation, after the meditation. So get the milk, which is get the knowledge, do the practice, set it to curd, which means allow it to remain in a quiet place. Even during meditation and after meditation, don't just get up and get into the world. Give it a pause and then practice the 3-picture visualization and then churn the curd. That's the last step, which means chewing the cud. Don't immediately throw off everything. Always know that the goal is to get the butter from the milk. Meditation is getting the butter from the milk. And once you get the butter, you can enjoy you can enjoy the wonderful, wonderful things which the consciousness can gift you. So I hope this answers your question, Paul. You keep asking questions and I keep answering them.